Good afternoon, sir. Good
Good
afternoon, sir.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Chaitanya, have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Chaitanya, you are from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
Your optional is Sociology.
Yes, sir.
You have done your BTech in Computer Science and Engineering.
Yes.
And your hobbies include dramatics and making memories.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so tell me, what is one most important thing that you would like to change in governance if you get a chance?
Sir, what I believe that many a times people are not aware of the grievance redressal mechanisms that are available to them, and they remain in ignorance. So what I want to change that people should know about that and how to use them also. That is one thing that will definitely make the government more accountable and more inclusive development will occur, I believe.
Okay, should agriculture income be taxed or not?
Sir, as India is predominantly a agrarian country, so it can be taxed, but with certain conditions, like the rich farmers can be taxed. The marginal or the small farmers should be not be taxed, but rich farmers can be taxed.
What is Nirbhaya Fund?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm unable to recall it right now.
Chaitanya,
Yes, sir.
in spite of a lot of efforts of all the successive governments,
Yes, sir.
UP has still remained a backward state
Sort of, yes.
on most of the parameters. Tell us, it is because of poor governance or lack of resources?
Sir, I believe that major problem that UP faces right now, or from the past also, is its large population. The process of governance, the facilities they provide, does not match with the increase of population. So I believe that if we encash this demographic dividend, then we will definitely make a good change.
That is your suggestion. I am asking actually it is because of what? It is because of poor governance or lack of resources?
So I believe there is not exactly much lack of resources. Like resources are enough, and governance is sometimes it could be lacking or sometimes not up to the mark.
75 years, Chaitanya. How many years you will take?
Sir, at the time of independence, we were even more backward back then. So from there, if we see today, we have come a long way, and I believe that we will definitely go more further.
So what is the role of district collector in district administration?
Sir, as we say that district collector is a kind of head of the district, and he manages all the administration, almost all the civil administration, and some of police or adjudication also vest in him.
What type of police adjudication?
So sometimes I'm not exactly sure about it, but if you can allow me, I can make a guess.
Yes.
Sir, many a times police needs to take a permission from district collector for certain things. Exactly, I'm not able to recall that.
But for certain things means what?
I believe, sir, for arresting or raid, I guess.
Arresting?
Sir, it is a complete guess actually.
But what is the district administration? First, actually explain that.
So district administration means that the managing of the district resources and
who are the officers? Who are the departments? Which are the departments?
Okay, sir.
Which constitute the district administration?
Yes, sir. So it includes municipal corporation. We call in Hindi Nagar Nigam. There is a collectorate office. There is Tehsildar. All these offices, I believe, come in district administration.
District level, Tehsildar. Sure.
So what that would be on level of Tehsil.
Tehsildar will be sitting in the Tehsil.
Yes,
Why
sir,
he
yes,
will be in the district?
So, sir, I'm unable to answer this. Sorry, sir. I'll definitely read about it.
Here.
Definitely, sir. I'll definitely read about it.
Okay. Chaitanya,
Yes, ma'am.
from BTech to civil administration.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, because civil administration gives much more opportunity for diverse opportunity to work. And
Have you ever worked in your core sector?
no, ma'am.
Then how can you make that comparison?
My friends are working there. I kept on talking with them, so I get to know these things from them only.
or from the coaching schools?
Pardon, ma'am?
Or from the coaching schools?
Not as such coaching schools, but mostly my primary source of knowledge about the industry is my friends.
Okay, let's hear.
Yes,
Why?
ma'am.
Why the transition?
Ma'am, because it provides more opportunity for working in diverse fields. It gives you more authority, or we can say legitimate authority, to be a part of policy making, which can eventually bring a change at ground level. So that is what I believe is not that much possible in the my core field as per my uh, aptitude.
Why is that not possible in your core
Ma'am,
field?
because
You can make a breakthrough. These days, everything is
yeah,
e.
definitely, ma'am. We are already excelling in fintechs. There are many unicorns, but my niche is not coding, and that's why I believe that I will not excel that much in that field. So I switched.
Okay. Now, Uttar Pradesh is a large state.
Yes, ma'am.
Would it be administratively wise to break it into smaller entities?
Uh, Definitely, ma'am. The many a times these demands arise. Maybe sometime political, sometime of other kinds. But I believe that breaking Uttar Pradesh into smaller states will not solve the problem up to that extent, because there are certain regions who are already backward. Like Bundelkhand is water scarce. Like Eastern UP is not that much rich as compared to Western UP. So if we break that, then those weaker legs of UP will remain weaker in perpetuity. This is what I believe. And breaking a state should only be considered when the demand comes from the people only,
Okay.
not the
Fine.
political one.
Okay. My last question.
Yes, ma'am.
On the happiness index,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
are very low.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we an unhappy lot?
Ma'am, I do not believe so that we are unhappy. Rather, what I can say is we are more aspirational. Uh, on the specific happiness index, if we talk about that, ma'am, their sample size was very less. They talked around 3,000 people in India.
Irrespective.
Yes, ma'am.
It relates to all the countries. So the problem would be for every country. Why India is so low?
Ma'am, probable cause that I think is of that we have more aspirations as a country of young people want to achieve more, they want to gain more in their life. So that is why the reason they could be not as happy from their life. That is what I think.
Thank you, Chaitanya.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Chaitanya.
Yes, sir.
Dramatics is one of your hobbies.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me what is the first film made in India?
Raja Harishchandra.
Who made it?
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. I'm unable to recall his name.
And what is the highest award in film
Sir,
industry?
it's Dada Sahab Phalke Award.
Okay. Now the Right to Information Act was
Yes, sir.
introduced
Yes, sir.
to bring more accountability in
Yes.
the administration. Do you think it has served its purpose or not?
Sir, it is a very progressive step. And I believe that if we talk 100% rationally, then there are certain issues with it right now. But overall, I believe that it definitely served the purpose. That we are at better position than before, as people are more informed about the government information, and they actually know that yes, we can seek information, and it is our right.
Do you think the service delivery at the government offices has improved because of this law?
RTI. So, as per my personal experience, I believe it has happened.
It has happened in your state, in UP?
Actually, sir, when I was in college, I filed an RTI,
Mhm.
and they responded in quick manner. So I believe that if I consider my own experience, then I believe it has improved.
It
But
has improved.
there are certainly some issues, as we read on newspapers and many news articles.
Okay. Now, can you tell me 4 schemes which are designed for empowerment of women in India?
Yes, sir. Sir, primarily it is Ujjwala Yojana,
Yes.
from which we give cylinders.
Yeah. Yes.
And Sir, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, because it is allotted on the name of the woman.
Women, yes.
And so recently a change has been introduced that in ration card, head of the family is considered to be a woman. So this definitely will empower them. And sir, one more is Stand Up India, in which each bank, every branch of bank needs to give loan to women, compulsorily.
Okay, good, good. Now my last question is,
Yes,
as a student of sociology, can you tell me,
yes, sir.
can we eliminate the role of caste in politics in election process? In UP, there is a lot of caste-based politics.
Yes, sir.
That X caste will vote for X person.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So can we do something to eliminate that process?
So
Or
we
to
are,
minimize, if we can't eliminate, can we minimize the role of caste in election?
sir, with the more dissipation of education, where I believe that it will come down. If we talk from the historical purpose, it has definitely come down a bit from the past. But being cast so well knitted with our personalities, so still a lot has to be done. And the moment we start voting on the basis of development, then this can be eliminated, because then political parties will also feel that if we are going to play caste politics, then the public will not vote for us. So primarily it is responsibility of common man that they should vote not on the basis of caste, rather on the basis of development or their core issues.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya, some questions from sociology.
Definitely.
What do you understand by cultural lag?
Culture? Yes, sir. Sir, I'm unable to recall exactly
May I
what
give you
it
a
is.
hint?
Yeah, definitely. Please, sir.
Material and non-material culture.
Sir,
These are two main
Yeah.
components
yes, sir.
and some relationship between them.
Sir, yes, I got it.
Yeah.
Sir, material culture, actually materialistically we evolve too fast, and on the cultural front or the soft thing we can say, we do not evolve that fast. So materialistically we evolve so fast that goes very far, and culturally we lag behind. That is why there is a cultural lag.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And can you give an example from day-to-day life of the cultural lag?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, as the current era is of information and digital age, almost every one of us use mobile phone, but there is a very huge amount of population, they do not know how to exactly use that, and they get into cyber crime. They become a victim of that, and
Okay, to some extent. Okay. All right. What is Jajmani system?
sir,
And why did it decline?
so it was a system. I'm exactly forgetting from which
M.N.
area it was.
Srinivas,
Yeah, MS. Yes, sir.
Kurg.
Yeah, Kurz, yes, sir. Actually, it was a system in a village or in villages in which Kamins and the Jajmans were there. Kamins used to serve the Jajmans, and from the whole society, resources come to the Jajmans. From there, it gets distributed. They sometimes pay in cash also, and many a times they pay in kind to the Kamins.
So it was the economic relationship. Basically.
Exact kind of economic, but there is certain degree of respect and honor also associated with it.
Why did it decline? It has declined.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, if I can make a guess for it,
Yeah.
sir, I believe that because of the next generation of population, they started getting education. They started asking questions that why we are bound to serve the Jajmans.
Upward mobility, basically.
Upper mobility, yes.
Opportunities for that.
More
And some
opportunities.
technological advances.
Advancements.
Can you give one example of such an advanced technological innovation which has led to decline in particular service?
Decline in particular Jajmani system.
Jajmani service which used to be provided in Jajmani system.
Sir, let me
Yeah.
think.
Safety razor.
Sir, pardon please.
Safety razor.
Yes, sir.
People start shaving themselves,
Yes, sir.
and therefore
Yeah. Yes,
barber, their services were dispensed
Yes,
away.
sir. Yes, sir.
Similarly, nail
Similarly,
cutter.
washerman. can
Nail
also-
cutter.
Yes, sir. Nail cutter.
Okay.
Now I did.
This
Thank you,
particular
sir.
thing.
Thank you, sir, for
Okay.
enlightening me.
And of course, you can think of other things like washing machine
Yes, sir. Washerman.
and those kind of things.
Yes.
Flushed toilets,
Yes, sir.
where this manual
Definitely.
scavenging is not required.
Got it, sir. Yes,
Okay.
I completely got it.
So, briefly tell me type of suicides Durkheim talks about.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Sir, he believed that actually he concluded of two parameters because of it suicide occurs. One is integration and the other is regulation. When too much of integration occurs in a society, it leads to altruistic suicide. That people tend to do suicide or they want to do suicide to show the commitment towards the society.
Okay.
When integration becomes very less,
What is egoistic society?
yes, sir, that is what I'm just coming to.
Okay, come to that.
Yes.
Straight away.
When integration becomes less,
Ah.
people don't feel belongingness with each other, then they got into isolation and then they suicide, and that is specifically called as egoistic suicide as per Durkheim.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Chaitanya, we will just take you back to the waiting room for a while. We'll
sir.
call you again for feedback.
Definitely, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So just stay there. We'll call
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. May I come in, sir? Yes.
Okay, so Chaitanya, first of all, tell us when is your interview due?
It is on 24th of May.
Okay. And this will be the first time you will be appearing at the civil services.
Yes, sir.
interview?
Yes.
Have you attended any mocks earlier also?
2 mocks.
2 mocks.
Yes.
And any further to attend?
I'm thinking of attending 1 or 2, 1-to-1 sessions.
Okay. How do you think you would assess yourself to the mock that was just now held?
Sir, I believe that I was average or a bit above average. A bit above.
Okay. So, Chaitanya, I must say that you are very good.
Oh,
And,
thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, there are many things which go in your favor.
Yes, sir.
You were mentally alert,
Yes, sir.
and you were able to take the questions. And with analytical skills, you were able to examine the question and then come out with the answers. And that again is a strength. You
Yes,
were
sir.
calm, composed, and also confident. Your communication skills are fairly good. Articulation, communication, structuring of sentences, use of proper words was also very good.
Yes, sir.
And at no point of time did we find that you were trying to bluff, which again is a very good thing.
Yes,
That you had honesty in your answers. So if there was something not known to you, you
Yes,
said
sir.
that you did not know about it. For example, I asked you 1 or 2 questions in way happened. You did not know. It's not possible to remember each and everything.
Yes, sir.
But so that again is a good thing. And at the same time, you were able to take some of the controversial questions also fairly well. And there was balance of judgment also. With that strength at the back of you, I must also say that there are certain areas,
Yes, sir.
if you can bring about more knowledge in those areas.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So let me go step by step. First of all, you have to have a very good knowledge about Lucknow and Uttar Pradesh, and the recent development which has been brought about in Uttar Pradesh in the last few years. And there are certain wrong reasons also, right reasons also. So love jihad would be one, bulldozer will be another, and many
Yes,
other
sir.
things. And similarly, the network of the roads and electricity and industries which are coming there, so many things are coming. So you must know the agriculture production, the irrigation intensity,
Yes, sir.
the power situation, the industrial policy, what are the type of industries that have been set up, and also the social evils, the tourism spots, the religious places, places of interest, archaeologically important places. And while you know about Lucknow, so you should also know what are Keval towns.
What,
so,
sir?
Keval towns, K-V-A-L. Are you aware?
No, sir.
K-V-A-L, and your town is also one of the Keval towns. Keval is
K-A-V-A-L.
हाँ,
Okay, sir.
K is
I'll definitely read
Kanpur,
about it.
K is Kanpur,
Yes, sir.
A is Allahabad,
Mm-hmm.
V is Varanasi,
Yes, sir.
A is Agra, and L is Lucknow.
Lucknow. Okay, sir.
So that is the Keval town. The most important towns of UP are known
Okay,
as
sir.
Keval towns.
Okay, definitely, sir.
And also understand how many seats are there the legislative assembly seats, and also the number of parliamentary seats. The as per the proposed delimitation after a few years, what is the likelihood of the number of seats being increased in Uttar Pradesh?
Yes, sir.
So all these things about Uttar Pradesh you should have at your fingertips. And
Definitely.
if you have to sell Uttar Pradesh to a foreign investor, what are the strengths that you are going to project before him? Okay, so SWOT analysis of Uttar Pradesh.
Okay, sir.
Love jihad, I have already told you that law, the law which is controversial law. You must
Yes.
have heard about love jihad.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So,
sir.
so they prepare about that. Then understand the roles of the collector. So collector roles are generally manifold. One is the revenue administration. You read at length, and since you have some time at your disposal,
Yes, sir.
you can visit any particular district office, and also, if possible, collector's office and tehsil, to have a first-hand knowledge. What are the roles of the collector? So one is revenue administration. Second is the magisterial function, and third is election. Fourth is developmental function. Fifth is coordination, and sixth is disaster management. So these are some of the roles of the collector, and the criminal administration or the law and order magisterial function are as per the criminal procedure code. So read through some of the criminal procedure code provisions
Yes, sir.
which are there, 107 and 129.
CRPC as per the DM.
DM figures in some of the sections only.
Yes, sir.
So all those
107, sir. Please give me.
107 is there,
Yes, sir.
129 is there,
120.
133 is there, 144 is there,
Yes, sir.
145 is there. Either a DM occurs or sub-divisional magistrate occurs or a executive magistrate occurs.
Okay, sir.
So they are magisterial functions. Okay. And then third is the election. So understand the role of the RO, returning officer, and district election officer. What are the nature of duties of RO? Read through the RP Act very well, Representation of People Act, and some of the reforms which are being proposed in the electoral sector. So
Yes, sir.
a question, typical question may be, do you agree with the state funding of elections? Okay. Do you think the representative should be recalled? The public should have a
Right to
power
recall.
to recall,
Yes,
right
sir.
to recall.
Yes, sir.
The third could be e-voting, whether e-voting can be introduced.
Yes, sir.
And similarly, whether the parliamentary, whether the election should be held one nation, one election. So these are the questions which may arise on that also. Criminalization, the criminals taking part in the election, all these issues will be connected with election. Next
Definitely.
is disaster management. So what are the duties of collector in National Disaster Management Act? And with COVID in the background and floods and droughts, all these things.
Yes, sir.
And then you understand the schemes, programs, and laws. Schemes, programs, and laws in respect of women, in respect of children, in respect of senior citizens, and some other disadvantaged sectors, and also scheduled caste, scheduled tribes. That's about it. And sociology, you were able to come out quite well with your answers.
Yes, sir.
Prepare on the computer science and engineering also, because there so many questions can be asked regarding computer science and engineering. Some of the
Definitely.
questions were asked to you also regarding the cyber, anything related to cyber, automation, artificial intelligence, blockchain technology. All these things can be in connection with that. The
Yes,
5G technology and so on. Your hobbies, of course, you should prepare very well. Dramatics, which drama you have taken part in the recent times, prepare that well to answer any questions on that. And why UP has remained backward, what are the social evils in Uttar Pradesh, and also whether the governance has suffered, whether the bifurcation or trifurcation would be in the interest, whether it's a lack of resources. So you mentioned that the lack of resources is not there, and governance may be poor here or there.
Yes, sir.
Now you should have a good answer to that. I mean,
Ajay, this is not good. ठीक है, sir. Okay.
this is just part of the answer.
Okay,
But
sir.
prepare some very concrete answer to that. What were the things which were ailing in Uttar Pradesh, and some changes which have been brought about as a sort of improvement. And then, of course, why do you want to come to civil service from BTech? That again is a question which is typically asked. Will it not
Yes, sir.
amount to an internal brain drain, because you will be vacating one seat and you will be entering, vacating in the sense that the BTech, one candidate would have left
Yes,
and gone to the civil services.
Yes, sir.
So, why do you want to enter civil services? There are many reasons for that. Some reasons you had advanced public policy making and so on. A wider spectrum and wider exposure. Then RTI Act and Right to Services Act, both these acts are important, study them. Good governance and also citizen-centric administration, and then the foreign policy. So foreign policy of India and its relation with its neighbors, and also the situation developing in the vicinity of India. So it can be Sri Lanka, it can be Pakistan, Afghanistan, Myanmar, Nepal, Prime Minister's visit. Read the current affairs very well. You have about 8 days
Yes,
with you, and you must study Hindu newspaper and Indian Express newspaper
yes, sir.
daily to
Definitely.
have a first-hand knowledge. Even before you enter the room, there will be lot many newspapers lying around there.
Yes, sir.
So you will be able to have a first-hand knowledge.
Okay, sir.
That also, and read the constitution. So constitution is another one thing, and economy of this country. Why the inflationary tendencies are there? What can be done about it? What was the reason for that? And also the president's election is going to be held. So
Yes, sir.
fundamental rights, fundamental duties, all these things, they will again be important from your point of view. So otherwise, I would say you are very pleasant, you are very good,
Yes, sir.
and you can express yourself well. Enthusiasm was very much there, reflected in you. So all these things will go in your favor.
Yes, sir.
What I have just now tell you, just to recapitulate: role
Definitely,
of
sir.
collector, district administration,
Yes, sir.
Panchayati Raj system, good governance principle, citizen-centric administration, some general knowledge, current affairs, both domestically as well as international affairs, India and its neighbors, United Nations institutions, the various important institutions, whether it is UNESCO, whether it is WHO, and so many of them.
Yes, sir.
What are the global issues facing this world? So it is terrorism, it is drugs, it is
Climate change.
COVID-19, it is climate change, it is many issues connected. Then the economy of this country and constitution. Read the constitution. Also read how corruption can be removed. This question is typically asked: which are the corruption agencies which control corruption? So you must go through the CVC and the CBI and the local vigilance, ED,
Yes, sir.
other things. And also about Uttar Pradesh, we have already talked. So I think that's about it. Which, if you have any questions, you can ask.
Yes.
Actually, one question was asked about the accountability, the exam
Yes.
laws. So RTI Act is not a good example of accountability. It is actually example of transparency.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So accountability is leading from the front, taking charge, not blaming others.
Yes, sir.
Be responsible for one's action.
Yes, sir.
That is accountability.
Citizen Charter was in that direction.
Sir, yes, sir.
Citizen Charter.
Social audit also.
And right to public services also. That again would be accountability. Fixing accountability of the people.
Yes.
And also understand the other things also. Consensus building, the 3 farm laws. Why consensus building is important. What was not done in the case of 3 farm laws.
Yes, sir.
So all these things, and also the participatory, rule of law, inclusivity. What is inclusive? Rule of law, and then efficiency and effectiveness. So these are some of the important tenets which a public servant must possess. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
Sir, Sanjay sir, you asked me the answer that I told about the cultural lag. You said it was kind of right. So,
See,
yes.
the material culture is directional
Yes,
and measurable.
yes.
These are the 2 main characteristics.
It's,
I need not write.
yes, sir. I'll understand.
The recording will be made available.
Recording
to
will
you.
be
Okay.
available to you.
Okay,
So
okay.
you will
Video.
be able to get everything.
So material culture is directional
Yes, sir.
and measurable.
Yes, sir.
You can make a faster car, faster plane,
Yes, sir.
and it is progressing in a direction.
Unidirectional. Yes, sir.
It is directional.
Yes, sir.
Technology keeps improving. As far as non-material culture is concerned, it pertains to your ideas, your values,
Yes,
and
sir.
your thoughts and your preferences.
Yes, sir.
You may like Picasso, You
May
may
not
like
like.
Hussein's painting.
Definitely.
You may like Beethoven. You may like A.R. Rahman.
Yes, sir.
So you can't necessarily say who is better or more
Yes, sir.
advanced or this or that.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, one example is that you have got fast cars,
Yes, sir.
but you have not imbibed the rules, the traffic rules
Civic
or the
sense.
rules of the safe driving.
Civic sense. Yes, sir.
You would go on the wrong side.
Yeah. Jump the red light.
You jump the red light.
Yes,
You will not adhere to speed limits.
Yes, sir.
You will not wear a seat
Seat
belt.
belt.
You
Talk on
will-
phone
you
while
will
riding.
you will be talking on phone.
Yes, sir.
So you will not be observing on the non-material side. You have not imbibed
Yes, sir.
the values or the rules or the idea or the norms
Yes, sir.
which should go hand in hand with the material
Advancement.
advancement with that, which is a fast car.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this incongruence leads to
Cultural. lag.
this is a one example of cultural lag where despite improvement in technology, you may
Yes, sir.
you may end up with a road accident.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So this is one example.
Yes, sir. Got it. Yes.
So
Yeah.
you do
Yes.
very well.
Thank you, sir.
Our best wishes to you.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Good luck, Chaitanya.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Sir, one more question to sir. Dagar, sir. The question that you asked that why UP is still lagging in development, was it the fault of governance level or lack of resources?
See, it is your argument again.
Yes, sir.
You have to give the argument with examples.
Definitely.
You are actually in right directions.
Hmm.
And probably you would have used actually the argument of bifurcating it and making it a
More
state,
progressive state.
smaller state where governance can be
It is
improved.
governance. There is no
So you
doubt
would have
about
given
it.
example of that.
Yes,
UP
sir.
is misgoverned country. It used to be misgoverned. So resources are not lacking.
Your
Yes,
answer
sir,
was
that-
right. Your answer
okay.
was right. But
I
more
missed some
examples
points.
were
Yes, sir.
required.
But sir, in the case of bifurcation or trifurcation of a state, many people say that there would be more expenditure of resources on building that state. That new legislative assembly, new high court would be
Initially,
required.
of course, initially
One
it
time
will-
capital expenditure would be
Yes, sir.
there,
Yes.
but then it will result into better governance because administrative units will be shorter, smaller, and they
Easier
will
to
become
manage.
nearer to the people.
Got it, sir. Like currently, even people living in Meerut and used to go
But
to high
having
court.
said that, you also say that last few years have witnessed
Yes, sir.
lot of improvement in the governance of Uttar
Yes, sir.
Pradesh. So balance it.
Yes, sir.
That's
Got
the
it.
way.
Got it. Yes,
And
sir.
also you can say that, instead of bifurcating or trifurcating,
Yes, sir.
we can have smaller districts and district administration can be improved.
Can be
Give-
made more efficient.
Give
Yes, sir.
better, governance to the
Okay, sir.
But you can take the examples of some states which have been bifurcated.
Haryana,
And
Punjab is
Haryana,
Yes,
Punjab
sir.
is a typical example.
But there are also states which have done very badly.
Yeah.
Jharkhand, for
Jharkhand
instance.
has done
Yes,
very
sir.
well.
So per se, it is not the panacea.
Yes, sir.
So it can go either way.
Yeah, definitely, sir.
So it's a
And
case to case basis.
Case to case. Yes, sir.
It's a case to case.
Sir, the amount of the number of times that I said I don't know, was it okay or less or very much?
It's okay.
Perfectly
It's
fine.
okay.
You are
Perfectly
absolutely right. Absolutely correct in everything. Don't have the kind of unnecessarily
Anxiety on
You are
anxiety
not
on that
expected
account.
to know everything in the world.
Okay, sir.
You can say
You are
no
perfectly
in some
fine.
places. they
Okay,
don't
sir.
know.
You will do very well. We'll see you as a
Yeah.
civil servant.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you,
All
ma'am.
the best.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.